my phone died 47 minutes into the podcast. I was like, It's so frustrating. I shoot myself.
Terrible.
No. And there's no backup, you know, for video.
Yeah, it's like, dang it.
Maybe I should.
Yeah.
I've thought about using 2 cameras to get, so you I could cut between the cameras.
Yeah.
But then it's like, that's a lot more work.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have to edit like that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh, cool. Well, anyway, welcome back to another fantastic episode. Oh, we have Evan today. I'm so excited. Oh my god.
Welcome back.
Thank you for.
Yeah. This is our third?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. It's insane. It's cool. This guy's done so many podcast episodes now.
This guy's done a lot of. He's got much more famous people on his show.
No.
It's amazing.
Not
You've been traveling to New York.
Yeah, but you've been traveling to Africa.
Yeah, but no one famous.
But I mean, you're famous though. It's really impressive. Yeah,
I'm so famous.
Yeah. So your podcast is pretty cool because it's about Seattle colleges at Central, right?
Well, it's about Seattle colleges, all 3 campuses. So check it out. Seattle colleges conversations with new episodes every Wednesday. You can check it out on all the major, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, but also on YouTube. So check us out.
Yeah. Once, I already asked about this, but for new listeners, what inspired you to do that?
Oh, I just wanted to be a good resource of information for students thinking about international education. Or if they're already a current student, give them information that they could find useful if they're already here.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be designed for no matter where they go to school. It should be good information.
Yeah.
We hope they'll come to Seattle colleges, of course, because it's a great city to be in.
Yeah.
Great education, 3 campuses to choose from. So many good reasons to come.
Yeah. Did you go to Central?
Alumni. Got an alumni right here. I didn't go to school in Seattle. I went to school in Texas for 2 years at Central Texas College. Shout out to Central Texas College. I was in Texas because my wife at the time, she was in the military. Yeah. So we were stationed there, and I had to get my education. So.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
Community college is such a great way because it's cheap.
Yeah, and it's
flexible schedules. Oh, yeah. It's really great.
And the community is really small, too. Yeah.
But, Seattle colleges, we've got tens of thousands of students.
Yeah, I was
so
it's like campuses too.
I was just at Western Washington University.
Oh yeah,
and they have 15,000 students there, and I'm like, well, our community colleges are as big as their university. So, and I was out at Puget Sound, and University of Puget Sound, they only have a few thousand students. So we're pretty big community college, and Portland Community College is big. And there's one down in Texas, Lone Star is huge.
Yeah.
Way bigger than we are. So,
yeah. You travel a lot. Even to go to campuses, even to Africa, Europe, right? You were on a 7-month crazy long travel.
I was I've been out there. I mean, it just never ends. The travel never ends.
Yeah.
Especially for this job. Now, before I had this job, I traveled a lot too. I just like to travel.
Yeah.
I mean, you do too, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You just went to Japan. I haven't even been to Japan.
Oh, you should go.
I know, I really want to go.
Yeah. What parts of Japan do you want to go to?
So obviously I've never been there, so you got to see Mount Fuji.
Yeah.
So that's kind of on the list. Yeah. But if I had to choose after that, it would be something like Hokkaido. I'd really like to see the North Island.
Yeah, it's very snowy over there.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Do you like skiing and snowboarding?
Yeah.
Really? Are you? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm big. I used to live in Government Camp, Oregon, which is right at 4,000 feet.
Yeah.
As you go from Portland, Oregon, over the pass.
Yeah.
And there's a little town there called Government Camp. And my wife at the time there, she was with the Forest Service, so we lived in a Forest Service cabin right in that little town, just 5 miles from Timberline Lodge, which is where the U.S. ski team practices in the summertime.
Oh, really?
Because there's a permanent snowfield.
Wait, the Olympics or
Yeah, the Olympic team.
Really?
Yeah, so it's all year round. No, I'm not that good. I am just okay.
Dang.
Now, that would be cool though.
Yeah.
But it was great because in the summertime, all these snowboarding camps open up, so there's kids running all over the town with their snowboards or skis.
Oh, that's
And you go up to the mountain, up to Timberline, and there's tons of people.
Oh, that's cool. Have you been really to Whistler ever? Whistler?
I've not been to Whistler yet. Have you?
No, I just hear it's like, I live around there, so people always talk about Whistler and all that.
It's not far. I mean, it's just across the border. Yeah. And, I mean, I guess from here it would be about 3 hours maybe. Mm-hmm. But I'm now living in Mount Vernon, just north of the city, so it might be a couple hours from there.
Yeah. How do you like the commute from there?
It's okay. It's really not bad. I was living in Edmonds, and from Edmonds to here was maybe half the time that. So I basically just doubled my commute. Yeah. It's about an hour, maybe a little over an hour. Ooh. So it's really not too bad.
Over an hour? Oh, that's kind of rough though.
Well, it's worth it though. We're living on a lake. Okay, we have like lakefront property. And we more than doubled the amount of square footage we have. You know, our dogs can be outside and roam around. I mean, it's just. Yeah. And we looked around Seattle. Honestly, we wanted to find another place in the city limits here, especially like over by Roosevelt, because that's where Annie is. But we just couldn't find anything.
Really,
not anything that's affordable. Yeah, worth
the commute.
Well, it was just like we found this one place, for example. It's 3,000 square feet. But the house was built like back in the 30s, so it has an oil heater. Really? It's a horrible way to heat your house, in my opinion. Plus, there were like no closets hardly. Like this was built back in the day where, there's just a tiny little closet. And it just wasn't great. And then there were like 6 other couples looking at the house at the same time as we were. So there's a lot of competition for the housing that does exist out there. Yeah. So I think we looked for a good 4 to 6 months, and we just couldn't find anything with the space that we need or want. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't help that we have dogs. We have 2 dogs. Consider shooting one of them.
Really?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't call the authorities. It's a joke. It's my dark humor. No. We love our dogs.
Bang.
We love our dogs.
Neighbors would love that. They'd be like, "Oh, finally they made it shut up." That's wonderful. No,
our dogs are really good dogs too. Okay. That's the thing. But a lot of renters don't want to rent to people with animals.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Yeah, everything's so like, what is it? Like competitive nowadays with everything. Finding a job hunting is like competitive.
Everything.
So it's like.
Well, there was a stretch there where you could get a job. I mean, it seemed like it was a hiring market. People were getting hired. Yeah. But I think that slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, because like I work for South Seattle campus, right? And so
are you still doing security?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I'm part of the state, and so like I only have 2 more months left before they have to like officially kick me out because I'm not full time. I'm like part time.
So is this like, part of your studies? You're like
no.
Oh, it's not.
No, because I graduated. So
then, but I thought maybe you had got the job before you graduated.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and now it's like you have a year to work with us, a certain amount of hours. And then Is that like here with like if someone graduates, they have to be there for a year?
It's a good question. I know that our international students have the option to do OPT, which is up to a year's worth of work in their job field, but I don't know about domestic students because you're domestic,
right? So right.
Probably, I would think similar.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I have a question.
Yeah.
So I know like you're really good with podcasting. And you're really good at asking questions.
You're so nice.
So my question is like what. Well, do you have any advice for anyone who wants to start a podcast? Or like,
do it.
What?
No, it's harder than you might think, for one thing, because the key to building an audience, the key to getting, in my opinion, and I'm no expert, believe me, I'm not Joe Rogan or anything, but it seems like consistency is super important.
Yeah.
Like, if you say you're going to publish every Wednesday, then you got to publish every Wednesday. You can't be like, oh, I'm tired this week, I'm going to take it off, because people will keep coming back and they'll be expecting your podcast. Yeah. So I'd say consistency is really important. And if you're not willing to commit, then I wouldn't even start because people will start getting it. Or make the schedule, say, oh, I'm only going to publish once every month. Or I'm going to do it every other week, or whatever you say you're going to do, do it. If you're going to do it every day, awesome, that's cool, but a lot of people don't. That's what I would say is find something that maybe has a kind of a niche. I mean, I started the Seattle Colleges podcast because I didn't really find any other podcasts out there. And I thought, this would be a good way to build an audience, get some resources out there for people.
Yeah. Do you still remember your first episode that you made?
Yes.
Yes,
I do.
Was it hard? Was it like,
no,
the way I talk? It's like, oh, okay.
No, it was really easy, actually. I mean, because it's conversations with, because it's just a conversation.
Yeah.
And I've been having those my whole life. So, and cameras don't bother me, mics don't bother me. They do freak out other people, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you had that experience? Have you had guests?
Because I'm starting this YouTube channel, so it's like, I don't feel comfortable with like the camera. I'm like, okay, we can just do it with the audio. So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Well, I'd be like, sorry, can't do an interview with you now, because now I'm committed to the video.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we like put a mask on them or something, throw a bag over their head.
Just like a lot.
They could be the. You remember back in the day there was... Oh, yeah, it could be a Halloween episode. Are you going to go to the Halloween party this year?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't. Like, all my friends, they were all international friends. They all moved now back to the home country, so it's like now...
They're all home?
Yeah.
They didn't stick around for their bachelor's degree?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So many of them start so that they can transfer.
Yeah.
I guess some people get certificates, or they'll get a associate of science or applied science degree.
Yeah.
And then they just go into the workforce, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, a lot of them I know are as nurses.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So it's like hard to find like a job in nurse, especially if they're a national student, I think. Or do you know anything about that? Where it's like... I
don't know. I mean, I've interviewed a lot of nursing students. I don't always know what their plan is after they graduate. I think some are kind of hoping that they'll be able to get work here, and then get sponsored, and then stay in the United States.
Right.
Others do seem to want to go home because they just miss home and they miss their families. Yeah. And then they want to put their skills to work there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I would say, when they go for their F1 visa, a visa officers want to hear how they're going to take their education. Yeah. Take it home and put it to work for the betterment of their own country. Right. So hopefully that's what a lot of the students are doing. Yeah. Although I know there are quite a few that end up staying, which is great, because we can always use smart, educated people in the United States. But we want to see. We don't want to see brain drains from other countries. We want to send people home and make the places better around the world.
Yeah.
And they're here learning about Americans, so we want them to go home and say, hey, they're not all, crazy. Yeah. I mean, a lot of us are crazy. But no, Americans are, I think they see stuff on the news and they're like, Americans are nuts, or, they're a bunch of bullies, or who knows what people are saying. But I think when a lot of these students get here, they're like, oh, no, they're just regular people like the rest of us. Yeah. So don't pay attention to what our government necessarily is doing. Some people are trying to change the government or influence the government and stuff. Are you going to vote?
Yeah, I did.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
We won't ask who, but we're hoping it's a good one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I know it's a good one. So we know. Yeah.
Stay tuned. You'll hear what's going to happen. Maybe they'll shut him down if the wrong person gets elected. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. They're going to come through
on the podcast. Camps or something.
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy.
What was the most culture shock for you when you travel? Was there any culture shock for you? Whoa, I didn't know.
Well, lots of machine guns are always exciting.
Yeah. Do they come knocking on your door hey?
No,
I'm just
I have been interrogated, not under lights or tortured or anything, but I've been talked to for quite a long time, and it's okay, we're ready to go. Yeah. So sometimes, that gets a little awkward, but no, usually it's pretty good.
Do you have a translator next to you and hey, he's just the guy?
No. So no.
He's just a college dude.
No. I mean, I guess if I was in a country that didn't either I didn't speak their language or they didn't have someone who speaks English, then a translator would be necessary. But that hasn't happened.
Yeah. That's good.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
I try to be very respectful. Yeah. Try to be I traveled with my son when we were in China together. He came to Beijing and we were together, and he was like, Dad's a lot different when he's traveling. Because normally I'm kind of a spaz. I'll just go introduce myself to people.
Yeah.
kind of out there, but like I try to keep a really low profile when I'm in other countries. Yeah, like my son will say that my behavior, it doesn't seem like me.
Really?
Oh, that's because I don't like to get noticed. I like to be under the radar.
Yeah.
I like to try to blend with the local culture as much as possible, which is hard because I look the way I look.
Yeah.
So like when I travel in Africa, obviously I'm not African. So I guess I could pass maybe for South African or someone from South Africa, like Zimbabwe.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because I had a couple of friends that are from South Africa. They're like, hey, I'm South African. I'm like, oh, no kidding. Okay, very neat, very cool, very awesome. Yeah.
But some neighborhoods, I just I stick out. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
I mean, when I lived in China, it was pretty from behind. Maybe from a distance, I have dark hair, so I blend a tiny bit.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm a Westerner, so. People are like, oh, dude.
Yeah, it's very interesting because, like, I guess, like, Japanese people are the same way when they go move to Japan. It's like, you're not technically Japanese. And you're like, what? If I speak it, I understand it, but I'm, Japanese. You're like, no.
But don't they welcome? Aren't they like welcome home?
Yeah, some of them are. Some of them
okay.
are really nice, but some of them are like, but you're not. You're Japanese American. I had a conversation with one of my friends yesterday, and she works at UW Tacoma because I actually go to school at UW-T now.
That's right. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
And she's like Japanese, right? But she lives in America, so when she goes back to Japan, people are like, "You're not Japanese."
It's like
goodbye. Yeah, but it's like, okay, sure, pal.
That's pretty funny. I'll have to ask Shun if he's had that experience. Yeah. Or Mizui, because Mizui's Japanese and she lives here, so I don't know. Yeah. Like when she goes home, do people say, I can't imagine.
Yeah, because when I go back, it's a lot different, because my dialect is like way different compared to like the Tokyo dialect.
Right.
So they assume like, oh, how long have you been living in Japan for? It's like, no, I don't live here.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
No, when I went to, back in the day it was Yugoslavia. When I went to Yugoslavia, I'd hand them my passport and it says Franulovic inside.
Yeah.
They'd be gruff at first, but then when they saw my name, they'd be like, "Oh, welcome home!"
Awesome.
Even though I'm not Croatian or Yugoslavian at the time by birth.
But it's cool that they welcome you.
They welcome me. Like welcome back to the homeland.
That's so cool.
That's kind of cool.
I love it. I love it. So wait, is your son what kind of, is he a mutt too? Is he like a mix?
Yeah, I mean they're all mutts really. So I mean I'm a mutt. I mean, but fully half. Like my father's side of the family is fully. Croatian, Yugoslavian at the time, and then my mom's side is kind of a mix.
So that's cool.
And then, so my kids would just be that much more watered down.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So when it came time for the Olympics, then did you see anyone from Czechoslovakia?
Oh yes, Croatia has a lot of great athletes. They have a great soccer team.
Oh yeah.
If you're a World Cup soccer fan, Croatia's always up there, top 10.
Yeah.
They've got a great basketball team.
I didn't know
basketball players. Yeah, there's a lot of big athletes. I think they have good rowing. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of great athletes from that part of the world.
Oh, that's cool. Did you know about the 2026, the World Cup's happening here in Seattle?
Yes, 6 games.
So cool. Do you know how many? Mm-hmm. Okay, 6 games.
Yeah, and I've actually priced out tickets. They're a little steep.
Really?
They're about $500 plus a ticket per ticket.
Oh my god!
So I'm like, okay, so people without a lot of money are going to have a tough time going to the games.
Yeah, are you going to go to the game?
I don't know. I mean, I've considered maybe one game, just splurging on one game.
Yeah.
But when you go on to look at the tickets, it doesn't say who's playing yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they haven't because they don't know who's going yet.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
how does that work? Like how? I don't know anything about.
They have each. Well, I'm no expert, so if you're out there, don't slam me in the comments. But I know that each region has their own playoffs.
Yeah.
And then the winners of those regions go to the World Cup.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. So
it is cool.
You can buy your ticket now, but you don't know.
I think you can buy your ticket now. Yeah.
Oh, you should buy it now.
Or you can buy it soon. But like if you go to the ticket outlet online, I mean, you can see the prices.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. But like, can you imagine if you had your wife, or partner, or whatever, plus your kids, or adopted kids, or whatever you got. You know, that 4 people, that's a couple of grand for one game.
Yeah.
And then you got to buy a hot dog, of course, or some popcorn or something.
The fries, the garlic fries too.
Oh yeah, the food is good. That's like I could go to the Mariners game just to eat.
Yeah, right.
It's so good.
Yeah, the tickets are really cheap for the Mariners game here.
Mariners are a good deal actually. Yeah. But the Kraken, I understand, since I know you're doing a sports podcast now. Check it out. Check out the sports podcast. Yeah, the Kraken tickets, up from what I understand, are pretty expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I've never been to it.
Yeah, because they're a lot more expensive. So I don't know. Whoever's out there in charge of the Kraken tickets, knock it off.
Yeah.
We poor people would like to go to a game too.
Yeah. But I saw that the Central and South and also the North College, they all go to the Mariners game sometimes.
Yeah, so, like we even did international student event where international students go and watch a game. It's pretty cool. Yeah. They give us a deal on a block of tickets.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. When we were in the military, the military would let us into Candlestick Park. This dates me a little bit because there is...
What's Candlestick Park?
So Candlestick Park is where they used to play football and baseball and whatever.
All that stuff,
it's
all that jazz.
Kind of out in South San Francisco.
Yeah.
But they'd let us in for free.
Really?
You had to sit in left field. So you were out in the outfield or whatever, so the seats weren't the best in the house. Yeah. But it was free. We didn't care. We were poor military guys, you know. So we'd sit out there, just eat sunflower seeds or popcorn or whatever, and watch the game. It was awesome.
Oh, that's so cool. Do you ever pitch for them ever?
Pitch the baseball?
Yeah, like the first pitch. No, you didn't. Oh, bummer.
I would love that. Cool. Can you imagine? That would be awesome.
I think that would be such a crazy story.
I don't know what I'd have to do the first pitch. You have to be pretty famous. You have to be someone. Yeah, I think so.
You guys are part of the military, though. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
But no, we were just nobody.
Oh. Well, thank you for your service, though. I appreciate
it. Yeah, thanks. No worries. Yeah. No. So my current wife, I've been married before.
Very cool.
My current wife was never in the military. She couldn't have been, but and my previous.
Very neat.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah. Shout out to all the people that are out there serving in the military. I mean, a lot of people do it because it's a great way to get money for education. I mean, some people do it for real patriotic reasons. Yeah. They want to go out and save the world or whatever. Yeah, which is great. We need those people. But
yeah.
But if you've chosen not to serve in the military, that's cool too. If you are, say, like a youth leader in some youth program like the Scouts or whatever, or if you give your time by building houses, like I think we have this habit in the United States of always saying thank you for your service to our military guys, because we stand on a wall, but it takes a village to make the whole place run, so. There's a lot of people out there who don't serve in the military, maybe because they can't, their physical fitness. Maybe they have something. Like my dad, for example, he only had one arm.
Really?
He got one arm cut off when he was young, so obviously he's not going to be allowed to serve.
Right.
But he served in a lot of other ways. Like he was an NRA instructor, so he worked with a lot of youth to teach them proper gun safety and those kinds of things. So, thank you for your service, Dad, up in heaven. He's dead now. But you know what I mean? It's like, I appreciate people thanking military people for their service, but don't forget to thank all the people in our communities that really make a big positive difference in our life every day.
Yeah.
People that are sitting at home with their feet up on the couch, they don't ever participate in our communities. Shame on you, get out there. Even if you're not able to do a whole lot, there's always something you could do. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Even if it's just tutoring somebody or, checking out books at the library. I mean, there's always something you can do.
Yeah. Even like holding the door for someone.
Right?
It could be something small.
Passing on good.
Yeah.
And, they say that people live longer when they serve.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Being a part of something beyond yourself is actually good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health. Yeah. So guys, do yourself a favor and get out there and be involved in the communities. I think we're so used to this online world. I'm on my phone all the time, or I'm scrolling through garbage, or I'm a, what do they call those guys? Troll. I just spend my time regurgitating negative garbage out on the internet. Yeah. It's like, do something positive with your lives, guys. I mean, if anybody's been watching, where you just talked about voting, we've been watching this election. It's just so much garbage out there. It's like, people just ignore that. Get out there, do something positive. Let's make this world a better place.
Yeah, and all that. Yeah, all that fun jazz. Well, cool. I think you have to go pretty soon, right?
Pretty soon, yeah. We were going to talk sports, though.
Yeah.
I'm not the huge sports guy, but he did ask if I had prediction for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, this year, because it's a half point almost, you'd say, for the NFL football. You're a college guy.
I'm a college guy.
Yeah, and so my question for this,
this is gonna
for every guest that comes on here now,
right?
Do you have any Super Bowl predictions of this year?
Well, I mean, I don't think it takes a prognosticating genius to know that the Kansas City Chiefs are in a really strong position right now.
Right, yeah.
And, I mean, I like that team well enough, but it's like I get tired of seeing the same teams win year after year after year. So it's like, hey, let's spread the love around a little bit. I mean, not to the Cowboys, though. Screw those guys.
Really?
I'm not a Cowboys fan at all.
Really?
Sorry, Dallas. But if you're in Dallas, I really apologize. But I don't like the Cowboys.
Yeah, interesting.
Texas Rangers are okay, though. The problem is Texas Rangers are in the same as the Oakland Athletics, I believe, and I'm a big Oakland fan. So.
Really? Why Oakland? Why are you a big
I don't know,
fan?
just like way back in the day before the Mariners were around, I just grew up liking the A's.
Really?
Like, they had a great team back in the early 70s, they had, Catfish Hunter, and they had Jackson. They had so many great players, and it's just like, what was that guy named? San Bayo, I can't remember. But there was like all these great players, and they went to the World Series a few years in a row. Yeah, so this is a long time ago. They haven't been there for a while. But yeah, I was a big A's fan. Now, of course, I root for the Mariners since I'm in Seattle and I'm in the Northwest. But I have a soft spot for the A's as well. If they're doing well, I always love that. If they play Mariners,
who do
I root for?
Yeah.
Kind of just like, I hope everybody does well. Hope it's a tie game.
Yeah.
So, I would say if I had to guess, if I had to put money down, it would probably be on Kansas City because they seem to... And, Taylor Swift.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, Taylor Swift and the Travis Kelce and all that kind of stuff.
I was bummed, like, this weekend I was hoping that Seattle would win to improve their record.
Yeah. But that was so bad.
Yeah,
it was really, really, really bad.
Come on, Seattle!
What are you doing? Oh, yeah.
And then for college ball, and I'm really a college football fan. I don't watch it a lot, but I do follow, and I'm a huge Oregon fan. I grew up in Florence, Oregon, so I grew up loving the Ducks. Even when there were all these years where they were the worst team in the Pac-12.
That's what I heard.
Oh, they were in the cellar year after year after year. So, all these people now are like, oh, you guys are just on board because they're winning. And it's like, no, I was a Duck fan back in the day when they stunk.
Yeah.
And now I'm just happy that those years are gone, thanks to Phil Knight and all the money that's in there.
Yeah.
But I think Lanning has done an amazing job with the Ducks. Actually, all the coaches just prior to him, too. I mean, the program's just been built up really well. Lanning just is there now, and he's really taking it to the next level. And, I'm a little sad that they're not in the Pac-12 anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Huskies, the Ducks, all the other teams except for Oregon State and Washington State. I'm like, come on, guys. I really liked the Pac-12. And I really wanted the Pac-12 to have a strong showing so that we could take it to like the SEC. I know you're gonna get so many comments on this. We hate the SEC. We Pac-12ers. But now we're not Pac-12 anymore. Now we're like Big Ten or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know anything about college ball, but I do know that the Huskies went to the Super Bowl of like college ball last season. How are they doing this season?
This season, they're not doing as well.
Really?
No, they're not doing as well. Oregon and Washington both went to the same conference, and Oregon's dominating really well. But Washington is just, they lost a lot of players, I think. Yeah, they're just not as strong a program this year. But I'm a big Husky fan, though, so those of you out in Seattle don't hate me because I'm an Oregon fan. Because I love the Huskies, too. My uncle's a diehard Husky fan. My brother loves the Huskies.
Yeah.
So I do root for the Huskies
Nice.
as well, except when they play Oregon.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, I gotta root for Oregon there because I'm more of an Oregon fan.
Yeah. I know 2 quarterbacks. Justin Herbert, he went to the LA Chargers. He was a Duck, and also Marcus Mariota. He was also
great.
Ducks
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you follow?
And
guys,
it's so
or?
many, not just the quarterbacks, but there's so many other players that have gone on.
Yeah.
Pro careers. No, it's really good. Actually, I just like all the West Coast teams. I'm a real West Coaster, so I like Cal Berkeley. I like Washington State. I even like Oregon State. Although we always give the Beaver fans a hard time, but I really do like the Beavers and root for them. So it's a little sad to see the breakup of that conference.
Yeah. Do you know why it's called the Ducks? Do you know why it's the Ducks? Like
it's a great question. I do not know why it's
really
called the Ducks.
I don't know either. I thought you would know.
But I love their mascot. I love the. Actually, if you're out there, check out the Oregon Duck TikTok channel.
Yeah.
So the mascot, the Oregon Duck, has his own TikTok channel.
Oh yeah.
And it has him doing sitting around his apartment reading, or he'll go out and do something. He does these everyday things, and you can watch his TikTok videos. Cracks me up. It's really cool.
Oh, that's funny.
Which was kind of inspiration, honestly, for this podcast that I do.
Really?
I mean, obviously it's very different. But
right.
I was just like, what could we do as a school?
Yeah.
What kind of a channel could we have or whatever? So that kind of led me down to.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah. That's really neat. That's awesome.
I've thought about doing my own TikTok channel, but
why not?
I don't know what to do.
Oh, yeah.
I know, like, my kids are like, Dad, you should do something. You have such a crazy life.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. You should do something. You're really creative,
Well, thanks, but it's a lot of work too.
Yeah.
Like I talk about consistency, so when I'm out traveling or doing stuff, like I don't want to be doing selfies all the time. And
could you do like a miniature TikTok thing, like a miniature podcast, where you go out traveling and be like, "Hey, why do you like living here? Like what?"
Right.
Go to ask random tourists and you get your game time to talk to.
Well, that's what I love the fact that you've taken your podcast and kind of grown them. Like you're doing sports now. You went out to New York and interviewed Biff.
Biff.
Isn't that his name?
Wally.
Wally, the card holder. That's awesome.
Cue card Wally. Yeah.
That's Seth, right?
Seth Meyers. Yeah.
Seth Meyers. Yeah. I just watched his episode. Do you watch it regularly?
No, not regularly. No, but some days if I'm feeling like uninspired, then I would go watch like the late night guys and see what they got.
They're really great.
Hey,
so what's going on with your comedy?
It's dry right now, very dry. There's nothing too exciting.
Wow, I hope you do it again because I'm inspired. Because I would like to try it one day. You should, but it's scary.
Yeah. I
don't know. It's just scary to me. It's one thing. Like I used to do improv. With people, and that's great because you have other people to play off of. Yeah. But when it's just you on stage and you have to come up with
you can also do crowd work as well. You can engage
that's
with the audience.
True.
Be like, hey, where are you from? And kind of think of where can I go off of this and bounce a ricochet off. And
that's true.
Do that as well.
Yeah, I just watched a comedian who was really good at that, actually.
Yeah. You should go.
Still a little scary.
You should go to a comedy club first and see if you.
I've been to many comedy clubs.
Yeah.
There's one here in Capitol Hill that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, like the Capitol Hill Comedy Club.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
We saw a really funny guy who I think is from Tacoma or Olympia. Really funny guy.
Really.
There were a couple openers that were they're pretty good, but that guy was freaking funny.
I know that if you want to do improv, you should go down to Unexpected Productions and you just walk up and hey, can I just sign up? And they'll just do it for free, and you just go up there with a duo partner and you just do off of improv. They do it every Wednesday at 8 or 7 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah. You should try it.
It's so late. I'm so old. It's 8 o'clock, so late. Then I don't get home until super late.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, that's true. Gotcha.
Even just seeing a movie now, because I live in Mount Vernon, so it's if I see a movie in Seattle, then I don't get home till 10. Then I got to get up early to come back into the city. It's
Yeah.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
But you should do it. I know that last year they had an international open mic here at Central College. You should
at the college.
Yeah.
Where?
Here.
No, but where?
Oh,
in the.
I think somewhere. Yeah. You should sign up if they do it again. Because everyone knows you, they can cheer you on.
Oh, scary! Maybe.
That'd be so cool if you did it. That'd be amazing.
So I got to get past the election, though, because right now I don't feel very funny. It's like everything's so dire and serious.
Yeah.
Like the climate's melting down. And
all that.
the Middle East is on fire as usual, and Ukraine's on fire. Everybody's on fire.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel super funny right now.
Right. Yeah. That's why we need you to
That's why we need comedians.
Yeah, to help you bring it up and bring lighthearted and all that.
Forget about all that.
Yeah.
We'll just laugh as the place burns down.
Off of fear and yeah. That'd be cool though if you did it. Yeah, if you do, let me know.
I'll think about it.
Love to see
I'll let you know.
All that.
Send you a text.
Yeah. Is there any other fun little knick-knacks that's been going on with your life, or you want to say anything like the last 5 minutes?
No, nothing. Nothing I can think of off the top of my head. Of course, we have some great things planned for the international students here at the colleges. Got the big Halloween party coming up, so if you're around, check it out. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But I have no travel until winter.
Really? It's coming up though. It's already like November.
So fast.
It's insane. It's crazy.
It goes so fast. Like, next thing I know, it'll be the new year. Then it'll be like end of spring. It'll be like, oh, it's time to start the new year again.
Right. Yeah.
It goes really
fast. 2025 coming up. Oh my God.
I know.
Yeah. I always reminisce the olden days. I can't believe
the olden days. How old is he? 22. How old are you?
25.
Oh, you're 25. Okay.
Yeah.
The olden days.
Yeah.
What are you talking
about? It's
about?
crazy. Some of my old high school friends are getting married and have kids. I'm like, what? Oh my God, I can't be in a relationship for at least 3 months. Are you kidding? No, oh my God, it's insane.
No, I know it is weird when you're that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm a lot older than you. I mean,
you look great though.
My middle son is older than you. So I've got a 35-year-old, a 28, sorry, Connor, 28, and then Alex is 22. So, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I got a 9-year-old grandson. Shout out to Mason!
That's so nice. You have a favorite?
No. No favorites. No, honestly, all my kids are just really cool. I mean, I love hanging out with them. They're all big people now, so we can have real big people conversations.
Yeah. That's what my dad says all the time with kids. He's like, dude, I love it when you guys are older now. I can talk to you. We can go out.
I can say fuck without worrying about it. Well, that's okay.
No, it's fine.
You can beep it out if
that's
you want.
okay. Yeah. He does that. Yeah.
I do it way too much.
Yeah, my dad and I,
need to watch my language.
It's fine. We're adults here. It's okay.
We're adults.
It's part of English at this point. They should teach it in school.
I know, but it's a lazy form of thinking.
Yeah, but it helps, though, in a way.
Sometimes it does. I agree. Sometimes it does punctuate a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But
on the other hand, I think to myself, I think that we, as a society, especially as an American society, have gotten lazy about our language. I think we should clean it up a little bit just to be a little more refined. Maybe I'm just too uptight.
No, that's fine. I like it though. I mean, we're Americans.
Fucking A, it's cool. It's great.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, thanks for
Thank you, man. It's good to see you.
I really liked it.
Yeah, it's always good to do a podcast once in a while.
Yeah, it's very nice.
My 100th episode is coming up.
Oh my God, no way.
It's coming up pretty soon. Yeah, it should be December.
That's so cool. Oh my God, how do you feel? Are you excited?
Well, it seems so slow. It's
But slower is better though.
Because I only publish once a week, so I just have to be patient.
Yeah.
Because I'm just excited to do a 100th episode.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do you have 100 guests that?
I don't have a plan yet, so
it'll come naturally though.
Yeah. We'll come up with something.
Probably not. Maybe the dean or something. I don't know. You'll figure it out.
Something. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe.
Are you gonna decorate this room? Because this is where you do it at.
That would be a great idea.
You should write on the whiteboard. 100th episode.
Balloons.
That'd be so cool.
Maybe just bring everybody who's been a guest in all at once. Just hundreds of people in this room. That would be cool.
Why is there a shoe on the table everywhere?
That'd be awesome.
That'd be crazy. That'd be awesome. Yeah, you've definitely come a long way. It's really cool to see you.
Thanks.
How many 100
have you done?
I don't know.
It's a lot,
not that much. I've been because I took a break during the summer, so.
Oh, that's true.
So I always take breaks in summer because I feel uninspired. I'm just yeah, maybe it's the weather or something. So that's
well, you want to be outside playing.
Yeah, all that. So I feel
awesome for that.
I'm still on the 101, 2. I just got back.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes. Because you're every week?
Not every week, no.
Oh, okay.
Once a month now. Yeah.
Well, how long have you been doing it?
Well, quite a couple of years. Yeah, 2022, I think.
That's a lot of episodes.
Something like that, yeah. But then they always update and change it. So it's like, dang it, I have to like re-practice and edit and da-da-da-da-da-da. And plus I'm in school, so it takes a lot more.
Right. Yeah, you need it. It has to be, like, because I'm busy doing other stuff.
Yeah.
So I've got it down now where crafting a new episode doesn't take a super long time anymore.
Right.
I mean, there's always the interview or finding someone to do an interview.
Right.
That takes time.
Yeah.
And getting them in, doing the interview takes time. Then there's the post-production work.
Yeah.
I have both the audio part and then I do the video part. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty time-consuming.
Yeah. Well, you're a great host, though.
You too.
I couldn't have asked anyone else.
The Mutual Admiration Society. So great being here. Thanks for coming down to Seattle Central and doing the.
Letting me come in here to your dojo. It's pretty amazing.
It looks like a dojo.
It's amazing. Yeah. Well, anyway, stay tuned for the next episode, and please, I hope you come back again sometime soon.
We'll be back one day.
Yeah.
For sure. Take care, everybody.
Okay. Bye.